let me go live and timed out. Now it says I'm live. Close to go here. How do I do that? Alright, well, it says I'm live, so go ahead and bring it up and see what it looks and sounds like. If you can. Twice it stopped screaming. It was gone with a little spinning thing. Okay. I tried to run a speed test and it wouldn't even open it up. We'll see what happens if it keeps dropping out and stuff. We'll bail out and go to west side. If it keeps causing problems here, I'm going to get rid of the video and just go audio only. Yeah. All right. At least it says. Okay. It says it's connected, and I haven't had any spinning yet either. We'll find out. We'll keep an eye on it. The second set just started, so hopefully they're playing 2 out of 3 and we'll lose this one, so we'll be done. But I'll call you back. I'll call you back here in a little bit. All right. Thanks. Bye.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, the Lady Indians hit the road tonight as they come to Filer to take on the Wildcats. Hi, everybody. Dan Hubbard with you from here in Filer tonight. John Beverly back in the studio. Glad to have you along as the Lady Indians get back on the floor after 6 or 7 days off, but it starts another very busy next 10 days for them, as they'll have 5 or 6 matches now over the next 10 days. And on Saturday, they get into conference play when they play host to Marsh Valley at Preston Gym on Saturday. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to our pregame interview with Coach Knapp. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
The Preston football team gets back on the field Friday night, still looking for their first win of the year as they go to Ogden to face the Ogden Tigers. The pregame show gets started at 6:25 with the opening kick slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports. The pregame coaches show is brought to you by Elisa Benson, North Realty Idaho, and North Realty Utah. Well, welcome back here to the pregame shows. It's time to step into the coaches' corners. We'll talk to volleyball head coach Bridget Knapp here from Filer before we get going here this evening. You know, you had a busy first couple of weeks, and then you get about 6 or 7 days off. That must have been nice.
It was, but you know, it's always kind of hard in the middle of a season to get over a week off without any matches. You start getting restless, so we're ready to be back in the gym playing.
It's good to be back here in Filer then tonight and take on a Wildcat team. What do you know about Filer coming into the game here tonight?
Not much. I watched him play a game or two, but really we don't know much. But sometimes that's kind of fun, to be able to get out there and just not have any expectations. You just get out, play as well as you can, as strong as you can as a team, and not worry as much about the other side.
It's hard to keep track of a team that's 3.5 hours away.
Well, yeah, and we've never played them before, so yeah, it is. But we're excited. We're always excited to get out there and compete and hopefully just get better and better every time.
The girls are off to a pretty good start. They've had some impressive matches. They've had some ones that have been kind of sluggish, and hopefully we'll come up with one of those more positive ones tonight.
Always. That's always the hope, right? And volleyball is such a momentum sport. It's just a game that you just get in there and you have to just plug away and play and play and play. And you know what? One thing that's impressed me about this team is even, against Blackfoot, who is a really strong team, we didn't come out with a win, but they really came out and they played well. They had a set that was super strong and they never gave up. So, all those are good things.
Yeah, and you have your main core of 4 really big players who've really done well so far through the first couple of weeks of the season.
No, we have. We've had some great offense. Our outside hitters and our middle, all in all, the great thing is we have weapons wherever we need that in all areas. But no, we definitely have our go-tos that is nice to have when you get under pressure.
Right. You talked a little bit about getting all those days off and wanting to get back on the court. Look out, next week and a half, now you have 6 matches coming up.
Yeah, and it's homecoming week, so it's going to be an exhausting week. But, when you get down to district tournament and you get to state, they're exhausting weeks. So you just have to look at them as, again, this is something we grow from. We've got to learn to play a night, sit a night, play a night, sit a night, play a night, because that's just how volleyball is.
Hopefully things will go well. Best of luck here tonight against the Wildcats.
Thank you very much.
It's been Coach Knapp with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout, have more right after this timeout.
KACH.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com. 100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter.
A lot of college classes to try and get a year or two done before I go to college, but I want to go to USU and either be a vet or something in forensic science, like a forensic photographer. So
those are a little bit different. It's a little bit two different ends of the spectrum. How do you figure out which one you actually want to do?
Well, I'm I'm going to test out the vet thing because I've wanted to be it for a really long time. And then I just recently took forensic science and I really liked it. So we might try a little bit of both and see which one works better.
Yeah. Have you dealt with animals a lot in your life?
Quite a bit, yeah. I live on a little farm. But,
But you're also an athlete. You play a couple of sports here.
Yes, I do. I'm track and wrestling. So.
What do you do in track?
I'm a sprinter and also a long jumper.
Wow, really good. And you do something that to me is still I can't quite wrap my head around, being older as I am and been around sports most of my life. You're part of the girls wrestling team. I still can't grasp that. What is it like doing that?
It's really interesting. Like, you get to just work by yourself, but you have this full team that's right behind your back when you're doing it. And it's more like a family. Like, we've all grown really, really close to each other, and we're all so different. So it's an interesting kind of group. Like, in all of my other sports, I feel like we have some similarities, but wrestling is just this completely different group of people, and you get to know them and what they see life as.
So you're a couple of weeks into your senior year. What's left? What do you want to accomplish now before graduation?
Oh, there's a lot of things. Well, random things. I want to learn the guitar, but as far as school, I just want to get good grades and just make it through this last year.
Set yourself up the best you can for your future.
Absolutely.
Very good. We appreciate it. That's Libby Purser, a senior here at Preston, our latest guest here on Preston's Outstanding Students. Thanks for coming down and spending a couple of minutes with us, and best of luck throughout the rest of your career here at Preston.
Thank you so much.
That's brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. We'll take a time out. We'll have more here on the pregame show coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
And welcome back to the pregame show as we take a look at some of the other matches going on around the area. As tonight, the Westside Pirates are hosting a tri-match against Wendell and Firth over at Westside High School. Other matches scheduled for tonight is Canyon Ridge at Pocatello. Rigby will be at Shelley. Snake River takes on Kimberly. It's that Great Cross Valley rivalry as Burley heads to Minico. Twin Falls is at Wood River tonight. Bonneville goes to Madison. Rockland will take on North Gym. Aberdeen is also hosting a tri-match tonight as they will be hosting Salmon and Grace Lutheran. Marsh Valley hits the road. They'll go to South Fremont. Malad is at Bear Lake. Mountain Home takes on Gooding. Castleford is at Shoshone. Kuna will take on Boise. It'll be Declo on the road as they go to Buell. Columbia is at Caldwell. Rocky Mountain is at Capitol. Ridgeview will take on Centennial tonight. Mountain View takes on Eagle. McCall Donnelly's on the road as they go to Emmett. Fruitland will meet up with Homedale. It will be Owanee at Meridian. Nampa is at Middleton. Bora and Skyview will square off tonight. Bishop Kelly will take on Valley View, and Teton is at American Falls. And the Preston Lady Indians on the road tonight for the first of two matches this weekend as we are in Filer tonight to take on the Wildcats. Stay with us. The opening serve for set number one coming up in just a few minutes here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back here to Filer High School as we get ready to start tonight's match. In fact, the teams are out on the floor. Crowd begins to rise in preparation for tonight's national anthem. So we'll pause here for the anthem. Be back with the lineups and introduce those for you coming up. That's all next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Stay with us.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
And once again, welcome back here to the Filer High School gym here in Filer, just about 7 miles west of Twin Falls. So it's a pretty good drive over here, but the Indians are here and get ready to take on the Filer Wildcats. Starting lineups tonight. First for Filer, it's number 1, Brooklyn Goodrich. Number 3, Rhett Weaver. Aubrey Wrestling. Number 4, Brooke Parker. Number 5, Ella Jensen is number 6. Brooke Bowman is number 8. For the Preston Indians, it'll be Ellie Nelson get a start tonight. Avery Madsen will start tonight as well, as will Sophie Hess. Brexton Ware gets a start this evening. Mackley White and Morgan Donaldson. Morgan is wearing number 20 tonight. Look for her as the libero in the bright yellow jersey when she is on the floor. And your starting lineups tonight brought to you by our friends at Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Well, we have a moment as the team's making their way out onto the floor. We'll let you know that we are introducing a new feature tonight, our new instant replay feature, as that is brought to you by Northern Title, and we thank them. To serve, and at the net, challenge for it there. The point will go to the Indians as they block the ball out of bounds. But Preston given the point, and it's 2-2. So Donaldson will serve here for Preston. Hold on a moment while we rotate a couple of players in. Oakley Hatch will come in as That is Mackley White comes back over to the bench for Preston as they go short, and this one will fall as Preston not able to get to it. See, we can take a look at that here on our instant replay. As ball just barely comes over the net, as that ball comes back over again and tipped out of bounds. That's off the hands of Brooke Parker, and we're tied at 3 now here in the first set. So 3-3, Preston will serve again. This is Sophie Hess back to serve here for the Indians. Preston wearing their all-black uniforms tonight. As that'll be a deep serve controlled there. Wildcats have to come and get it, and they'll play it back over. As that's going to be short of the, that'll fall just inside the line as it just barely cleared the net, and the point will go to the Wildcats, and it's 4-3. They get it back over, and again played at the net. And once again, this is Breck Bowman able to play it there and get it back over the net. You can get a look at that one on the instant replay. As Preston again not quite able to get it over the net, so that'll be too many hits. And now Filer goes up 6-3. Back-to-back points. Ball back over onto the Wildcats side. Outside set, go right down the line. That's too long, and maybe just a little bit wide as well, as that was Brooke Parker going a little bit long over along the side, and Preston back to within 2 points. That's 6-4 now on the side out as they regain the serve. So here's Taylor Wakely to serve now for the Indians for the first time tonight. Donaldson rotates back onto the floor as Oakley Hatch will go back over and have a seat. Here's Wakely's serve. Taylor deep down the line into the left corner, controlled there. They get it over, free ball for the Indians, but it's too long and out of bounds. 6-5. So 6-5 here in the first. Wakely will serve again here for the Indians. As taken there, the outside set, blocked at the net. Good block at the net. The point will go over to back over to the Wildcats. We get a look at this one as it comes right back over to the net. They go up, they make the block there and pick up the point. So 7-5. As the serve goes out of bounds, service error charged against the Cats, and it's 7-6. And Ellie Nelson back onto the floor here for the Indians, so she will serve. Back set, outside, they go short, and Preston not able to get to it. Give that kill to Ava Smith as she was able to go short and find that little spot just right around the 8-foot line and able to drop it in. 8-6. Wildcats in the lead just here in the first set. Ella Jensen to serve. Preston will play it to the net. Partially blocked there. They keep it alive on the play there off the hands of White. They get it back over. So here's a free ball now for the Cats as they get it back over again. Dug out. Donaldson charges forward to get it from the back row. That is Hess to play it back over. Set. Big block at the net. Going up to get that and making the block right along the front row. That was Oakley Hatch with the big block right in the middle for the Indians. 8-7. Preston back to within a point again. Freshman team played here today. They won their match 2-0. And just before we came on the air tonight, the JVs lost their match 2-0 here against Filer, as the serve kind of off the outside of the hand of Avery Madsen, as that will be a service error, and it's now 9-7 on the side out. The ball will go back over to Filer. 9-7, dugout, back set, comes back to White. That's picked up in the back row by Ava Smith, kept alive again. Preston hits it once, twice. Now they're able to play it over, as it played over there by Wakely. And in the middle, that's dug out on the big attack by Hills, kept alive again by the Indians. As again, they go down the line. Madsen not able to, she got a hand on it but couldn't control it. And the point again here for the Wildcats as they go up 3. It's 10-7. That's their biggest lead here in the first set. So a good attempt by Avery Madsen. Big diving attempt, but just had to go off her hands. Ava Smith serving now for the Cats, as the Indians able to get it back over to Hess. She plays it over, and that will be misplayed over on the defense there by the Wildcats, and be a point for the Indians. It's 10-8, as Sophie Hess has a couple of kills here early on in the first set. Mackley White serving for Preston. Outside set. They go short again, and again it's off the hands of a diving Avery Madsen, not able to get to it. It's 11-8. So the kill over there on the far side, Brooke Parker goes short down the line and picks up the kill, puts her team back up by 3 again. As Rhett Weaver serving. Set in the middle, Wakely. That's dug out in the back by the libero. Again, another nice set. Again, dug out by the Indians as Donaldson goes down to get that. As Wakely has her ball tipped right across the top of the net, controlled here by the Indians. Back again comes to Hess off the top of the net, and they hit the antenna. And that's going to be a point again for the Wildcats, who now lead 12-8. They're up by 4 here, midway through set number 1. Back set, Hess down the line and in. Let's take a little look at that one on the replay, brought to you by Northern Title. As the ball comes over here to Hess, she'll be able to go up and get it and drive it right down the line for the point. Thanks again to the folks at Northern Title for sponsoring our instant replay. Third kill of the first set for Sophie Hess. As that ball loose in the middle, Reese Hill's not able to get it over the net. As Preston with a couple of points into double digits now, as it's 12-10. Donaldson now serves. Set it, Hills. Boom, big hit right at Avery Madsen, as that will put the Wildcats up 13-10. Take another look. That ball perfectly set, and Reese Hills just goes up and gets it and drives it right at Madsen for the point. Service error makes it 13-11 as the Preston will get the ball back again. As the serve deep middle dug out there. As they'll set it in the middle. They get it back over, and the dig there by the Indians. Oakley Hatch went down to get it and got right to the top of the net, but would not go all the way over. It stayed on the Preston side, so that'd be a bad dig attempt by the Indians, and it's 14-11. Goodrich serving, and that will be out of bounds. Service error for Goodrich. Point for the Indians, makes it 14-12 on the side out, as they'll get the serve back again. And again, it'll be Taylor Wakely to drop back and serve for the Indians. Taylor's always good at reeling off a bunch of points on her serve. They could use one right here. As a good serve dug out. They play it back into the middle of the court, and that's a good start, as that's a block right at the net by Ellie Nelson. 14-13. Wakely serves again. Good, hard, strong serve. That's an ace. That ties it up at 14. And here's that serve by Wakely. As you can see, just a good, hard, strong serve. Finds an open spot in the court, and it's a point for the Indians. Back live again, Wakely with back-to-back aces. Preston regains the lead again, as it is now 15-14. Wakely's next serve. Dug out, deep middle. They set it as it's played over by Wills. Here's a free ball for the Indians in the middle. As Nelson off the hands of the block and down. Ellie Nelson with her first kill of the match. Preston leads 16-14 here in the first set. Abby Wills will leave here for the Wildcats. I should go back over and have a seat. Taylor Wakely serves again. That's going to be out of bounds. A little bit too long that time by Taylor. That's going to make it 16-15. Preston still leads by a point, however, here in set number one. Here comes Brooke Parker to serve here for the red-clad Wildcats. We've come over here a couple of times the last few years for basketball, but as Coach Knapp commented on the pregame show, it's the first time they've ever met in volleyball. As Donaldson with the dig, the outside set's going to be too far, set out of bounds and out of the reach of Mackley White. She couldn't get that far out to still get it around the pylon. And we're tied at 16 on the bad set. So 16-16 here in the first. Set comes back. White off the block and down. Actually, I take it back. It was Wakely from the back row stepping forward to get the kill. And Preston gets the point back at 17-16 again. As once again, here's Ellie Nelson now to serve. Outside set, driven, and that's going to be good for the point. As Rhett Weaver picks up the kill here for the Wildcats. Another look coming right at you. That's going to be off the block and off the dig rather and out of bounds. 17-17. As at the net, dug out, kept in play. Heck of a play by Donaldson. Kept alive again, this time as Knapp keeps it alive for the Indians. Back over onto the Wildcat side as they'll dig that out. Macy Wakely has it in the back row. Block and tooling the block and a point for the Indians as White able to tool the block and has the ball go out of bounds. JV football tonight at the field there in Preston. The JVs knock off Ogden's JVs 34-8 the final. So congratulations to the Preston JV team with the win tonight. 18-17, Preston trails by a point. As that's off the hands, kept alive and down. That's a heck of a play by Ruthie Bullock to keep it alive. And then they couldn't dig it back out to try to keep the ball in play. Timeout on the floor be called by Filer as Preston now leads by Preston a 2-point lead. It's 20-18. As that point goes to the Wildcats. And it's now 20-19 as the two teams exchange points. Preston still leads by 1. 20-19 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Back set, Hess blocked off, then goes out of bounds. Sophie Hess with her fourth kill here of the first set. Preston leads by 2. 21-19. They'll give it to Donaldson and let her serve. Preston 4 points away from taking the first set here tonight. Dug out, set in the middle. They'll go short this time off the hands of Hills. as Wakely plays it over. That's dug out in the back row. Outside, blocked by the Indians, back over onto the Wildcat side. As kept alive again, that Preston, as it was Hatch made an initial play over along the far sidelines, and then another Indian player got a hand on it, couldn't keep control of it. It was one out of bounds, and it's now 21-20. First set brought to you by Cache Valley Bank here tonight. As the set there, blocked at the net by the Indians, but it goes out of bounds. Brooklyn Gooding with the kill, and that ties up the set at 21. So who's going to get the 4 points here needed to win the first set, as we're tied 21-21 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. The short set there by the Indians, and the Wildcats keep it alive. From the back row, they'll get it back over. Short, dug out by Preston, and that's going to fall short of the net, and a point again here for the Wildcats. So 22-21. Hill serves again. Kept alive by the Indians. The set there, that's comes to Nelson. As that'll be a point for the Indians. As a double hit called on that play. So Preston able to tie it back up again, 22-22. As Sophie Hess serves again here for Preston. Good dig in the back, outside set, and off the hands. Donaldson dove to get it, but she couldn't quite get there in time. As coming up to make the play was Brooklyn Gooding, and it's 23-22. Service error gives the point right back. We're tied at 23. So the timeout, nope, no timeout. 23-23, and Taylor Wakely will serve. There's the serve by Wakely. First serve, good deep return. Set in the middle, blocked at the net there by Nelson. Kept alive, played back over onto the Preston side. As the set, deep Wakely. That's dug out, kept alive again by the Cats. Outside, blocked at the net, and still kept alive. Good diving play to keep it alive there by the Wildcats. Set it again as it comes to Nelson. Kind of mistimed it, so she had to just play it over. Free ball for the Wildcats, and it goes out of bounds. Here comes set point for the Indians at 24-23. And another timeout called here by the Wildcats. They want to talk about it before they end up losing the set. So Preston leading 24-23 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. Back with the rest of the first set right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
All right, welcome back. Set point for the Indians. They lead 24-23. Taylor Wakely to serve. Ticks off the top of the net. Dug out. Kept alive by the Wildcats. A deep return as they'll set it. Wakely can't get a good run on it. Plays it over. At the net. Challenge there. And Donaldson has to go off her hands, and we're tied at 24. So the first set's going to take a little extra time. Tied at 24, have to win by 2. Serve back over to Filer. Time for a moment. We have a parent carrying a young child back down to the other end of the stairway at the other end of the gym. Just kind of walking through the middle. No big deal. We'll wait for you. It's okay. 24 all. And the serve is too long. So Preston gets a point. Goodrich with another bad serve. Preston up 25-24, as this will be set point number 2, as Ellie Nelson will serve for it this time. A good return, set at the net. It's into the net, and Preston will win the first set, 26-25. Good solid play by the Indians here in the first set as they take the first set here at Filer. 26-24 is the end of the first set. So Preston takes set number 1. As we'll come back, we'll have set number 2 for you here from Filer coming up right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So if you'd like more information about upcoming events and movies, as I believe the movie this weekend is Beetlejuice at the Worm Creek Theater. To find out what exactly is playing, showtimes, and buy tickets, log on to their website at wormcreek.org. So Preston gets 4 kills from Sophie Hess in the first set, 2 from Ella Nelson, and 2 from Taylor Wakely as well, as they win set number 1, 26-24. As waiting as the officials chat a little bit over at with the chair umpire. As before we get started here in set number 2. We'll remind you that Preston will play their first conference match of the year in their new 4A conference, as the Marsh Valley Eagles will come to Preston Gym Saturday night at 7. We'll have it for you. Pre-game show starting about 6:30 on coming up on Saturday. So the down official back here on her side of the court, checking all the players. Looks like everyone's where they need to be. The libero rotates back in here for the Cats, as she'll now check out the Indian side of the floor, as the Idaho rule that the teams do not switch ends. They've been doing this since COVID, as they'll stay here on their end, not rotate from one bench to the other. And we're ready to go as the ball's thrown into Aubrey Wrestling, and she will serve to start the second set here, with the Indians having won the first set. As serve is good, dug out there by the Wildcats, kept alive. Donaldson able to dig that one out. The outside set comes to White, as the Cats able to get that one again. Back over, short. Again, set by Madsen. She wants to play it deep this time, however. Bad set, as Goodrich just banks it over. Here's a free ball for the Indians. Set, back set, as Hess had it blocked. Matson gets it back. Comes to Donaldson. She'll just bump it over. So free ball for the Cats. Outside set. They try to go down the line. Matson's got that one as well. Big set. Wakely puts it away. Taylor with her third kill. Preston goes on top 1-0 here in the start of the second set. Second set tonight brought to you by Yardmaster. So White serves for the Indians as Matson able to play that. Outside set comes to Wakely. Not a good set, so she just pops it over. And into the net this time, as coming over to try to make the play was Weaver and couldn't, and Preston goes up 2-0. Well, 2-0 Indians, and White will serve again. As that'll be a bad serve into the net, and it's 2-1. So Filer gets their first serve here in the second set, as it's Rhett Weaver to drop back and serve. Weaver's serve set in the middle. Look out, and right at the net. That's the big girl right in the middle. Reese Hills again, able to just dunk that one home. Get another look at it here on the replay, brought to you by Northern Title, as she's right there just to slam the lid close. Wildcats. So I'm going to say that hit the antenna, as it'll now go back to 10-5. As Brooke Parker serves it into the net. So 10-6, Preston gets the serve back now, down by 4 here in set number 2. Donaldson getting ready to come back in. Ellie Nelson with the serve. It's too long and out of bounds. 11-6. So the Wildcats have opened up that 5-point lead, and it's kind of gone back and forth between 4 and 5 points, but never more than that. As Donaldson will bump it over. Back over to the Indians as Knapp tries to block it once, twice. Now back over onto the Preston side, kept alive again. Saying now flick back over onto the Wildcat side, who give it right back to the Indians. Outside, White into the block. Kept alive again, and a point there. Good block as going up to make the block was Ava Smith. 12-6. As the student section starting to wake things up over there on the far side for the Wildcats. As the serve will be long and out of bounds. As the serve there put up by Ella Jensen. So 12-7 as Preston will get the serve back again. As this time it will be Avery Madsen to come in and serve. Preston trailing 12-7 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the first set. But check that second set after winning the first set. Bad set there for Smith. Pijowski able to keep it alive. Free ball for the Indians. Outside, White is too long. Asking for a touch on the ball. The officials say no. So Mackley White hits it too long, and it's 13-7. Serve again by Smith. As the set to Hess. She just pops it over left-handed, and it's going to fall. So Sophie Hess has everything going right for her tonight. Kill number 6 for her. Goes back to 13-8 as Preston trying to claw their way back into this second set. They lead 1-0. They won the first set tonight, 26-24. Outside, Hills, that's dug out, kept alive by the Indians. As the set comes to Madsen, she'll just bump it over. As comes back to Hess. Off a hand, partially blocked, kept alive by the Wildcats. Hills tools the block of Hess and gets the point. Hills has her third kill of the match to make it 14-8. We apologize for the technical problems as our internet keeps dropping in and out here in Filer. As Preston gets it back over again, but then it's again from the deep middle, just playing it over was Breck Bowman, the libero, to pick up the point. 15-8. Midway through set number 2. Abby Wills to serve, number 2 in red, ticks off the top of the net, dug out by the Indians. Set it for Wakely. As into the net, as the call goes to against the Wildcats, I believe. Yes, it will, as they were into the net. So it's 15-9. As Morgan Donaldson will now serve again here for the Indians. Donaldson's serve, played by Bowman. At the net, kept alive there by the Indians. Set comes to Wakely as it goes off a couple of hands and finally falls, and Preston gets the point. It's now 15-10. Get another look at it as they get it back over off a couple of sets of hands and not able to make the return, and a point for the Indians. 15-10 as the ball comes back over onto the Preston side. As diving and again not able to make the dig. Another point for the Indians. It's 15-11. Again, we want to thank our friends at Northern Title for helping to make our instant replays possible tonight. Outside set, look out, driven right through the block. As that a big hit, and to be another point here for the Wildcats. Get another look at this as coming over was Wrestling, able to drive it off the deflection and right back into your living room. 16-11. Set it as the Cats get it back over. Bad set by the Indians. Makes it 17-11. So Preston not able to return that ball that came back over onto their side. And it goes back to 17-11 now. Ball comes to the Indians. Hess, that's blocked at the net. Donaldson sets it outside for Wakely. That's partially blocked and kept alive by Filer. Back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson has that one to Wakely again. And Wakely able to pick up the kill. Wakely drives it directly into the block, and it goes out of bounds. Have another look. As the set comes to Taylor, and she just drives it right into the block and gets the point for the Indians. It's 17-12. Hess serves again here for the Indians. As the deep set, dug out by Donaldson. Nice play, keep it alive. Back to Wakely again. As again, she drives it into the block. This time it comes back onto the Preston side of the net. As come up to get it. This time it's Knapp to go short for the point. And it's 17-13. Preston able to still pick up another point and climb back into it as they trail by 4 here now. Second set of tonight's match brought to you by Yardmaster. As the serve played deep left corner. Kept alive as it comes back over onto the Preston side. So there's a free ball for the Indians as Nelson will pop it over. Back over in the middle. As going up to get it, there was wrestling, but she hits it deep. Point for the Indians, and now they're going to guess they'll give it to the Indians, 17-14, and the Wildcats call another timeout. 17-14, Preston trailing on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Welcome back here to Filer. Second set brought to you by Yardmaster. Preston trails by 3, but they lead 1-0. 17-14. Sophie Hess serving as they'll set it in the middle. Block there as Nelson gets a block at the net there for the Indians. Her second block of the match. At the net, Nelson's play is still kept alive. Again, they go short. Donaldson up to get it for the Indians. From just inside the 8-foot line. Partially blocked, and again the Cats able to get it back over. Great play. Reverse set comes to Knapp. Bounces off the top of the net, comes back over onto the Wildcats side, and they get it back over. Free ball again for the Indians. Back to Wakely, and that's going to be over in the corner. Look at it again after several attempts. Finally, they get the ball back to Taylor, and she'll go cross-court winner, and Preston able to pick up another point. Back live again, 17-15. Preston trails by 2. Set in the middle. Good block at the net. Kept alive again by the Wildcats as Nelson is dug out at the net. As they'll set deep, White off a pair of hands, kept alive again here by the Wildcats. Dug out by White. This time they'll set it in the middle. Nelson tools the block, gets it back over onto the Preston side. Wakely tries to run over and get it, but can't, as it's going to be too far out of bounds for her, and it goes to 18-15 as the lead goes back over to 3, and the serve back over on the side out. Back over to the Wildcats. Brooklyn Goodrich serves. Deep serve played there by Donaldson for the Indians. Get it back over, and the Cats just tap it back over. So it comes there to Nelson, who plays it deep middle. Outside set, off a pair of hands on the attempt there on the attack. Back to Wakely. She's dug out. That's a good dig on her attack. As again they go deep, and White's got this one. As that will be a bad set by the Indians and out of bounds, and it's 19-15. So a tough set for the Indians. That goes out. They trail by 4 again, as Goodrich will serve again here for the Cats, and that'll be a bad dig and go out of bounds. It'll be an ace and make it 20-15. So 20-15 as Preston trails by 5, running out of points here in set number 2. Outside set comes to Knapp. That's dug out in the middle. Again, another block there, but stays on the Preston side of the net. Nelson got the block, but the point goes to the Wildcats, and it's 21-15. Goodrich serves, dug out by the Indians. They'll set in the middle as it comes back to Nelson. That's up into the rafters. Comes back down as Wrestling tries to dive for it but can't. Will give the point to Nelson. Makes it 21-16 as Preston able to now cut back into that lead just a little bit. And they get the serve back again. They'll give it back to Taylor Wakely here with the points running out here in the second set, and that serve is going to be wide and out of bounds. So a service error for Wakely. 22-16. Second set brought to you by Yardmaster. Of course, a scoreboard brought to you by the Flying S Title and Escrow in Preston as well. White with the dig, set, comes to Wakely from deep, and that is, they're going to say it's out. So Wakely hits that one too long to make it 23-16. Serve again. Played by Wakely. Ducked back over as Macy Knapp plays it back over for the Indians. Back over on the Indian side again. As trying to cut the court on a bad set, Macy White hits it wide. 24-16. Here comes set point for the Wildcats, but not before a timeout here called by the Indians. Timeout on the floor, 24-16 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional.
School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Well, we start set number 3 as a battle at the net, as that's going to be too many hits against the Wildcats, as Preston will get the first point here in set number 3 here tonight. So we're tied 1 set apiece. as Wildcats come back to win the second set. Outside, big hit from the big lady in the middle, Reese Hills. Her fourth kill ties the match ties the set at 1-1 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the third set, brought to you tonight by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Here's Aubrey wrestling. That's going to be too long and out of bounds. Point back for the Indians again. So a service error there for wrestling gives Preston a 2-1 lead. So each side has won a set, which means we'll be here at least for 4. And see where we go from there. In the middle. Again, off the hands on the attack by Reese Hills. Gives her a 5th kill in the match and ties the set at 2s rather. So 2-2. Weaver serving. Preston able to keep it alive barely. It comes to Donaldson. She'll play it over. Free ball here as they'll set outside, as that's going to be too long. As coming up to try to make the attack there was Brooke Parker. Tried to go cross court, but hit it too far and a little bit strong. Preston gets a 3-2 lead and gets the serve back again. And now it'll be Morgan Donaldson to drop back in service here for the Indians. Donaldson unfortunately hits it into the net. Service error. Side out for the Wildcats. Makes it a 3-3 tie again. And here's Hills to serve. Dug out by the Indians. They'll set it in the middle because it comes there as a Nelson with the attack. Kept alive. They go short. Preston again able to keep it alive by Nelson at the net. Back set. Dug out as White able to go down and get it. Kept alive. As it comes back to Wakely. She goes down the line and for the point as Aberlin Brown tries to dive for it and has to go out for hands and out of bounds. 4-3, Preston with the lead. So the Indians get the serve back again as White now will serve. Mackley kind of goes right in the middle of the floor. Comes right back to Mackley on the dig. In the middle, Nelson able to pick that one up and get the point. As it came right back to Nelson right in the middle of the floor, and she was able to just drive it right back at the Wildcats and get the point. Get a look at it here on our Northern Title instant replay as she able to drive it back home. Preston leading 5-3, make it 6-3 as it comes right back to Nelson as she's able to just slam the lid and pick up the point. So give a couple of kills to Ellie on back-to-back plays. That gives her 4 now in the match. Preston on top 6-3 here in set number 3. As make that 7-3 as again wrestling not able to hit it over the net. Nelson was there, but again just not able to get it over. So it's 7-3 Preston on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Braxton Ware serving as that'll be into the net, make it 7-4. So a service error for Ware. Dug out there. Indians keep it alive. Wakely off a set of hands at the net as they come back to get it. Wrestling keeps it alive along the sideline. Bowman bounces it back over. Free ball for the Indians. Not a good set, but Nelson able to get it back over onto the Wildcat side of the net. Blocked there, tapped around a couple of times. Too many touches as Preston will get the point. Nelson got it back over. There's nothing the Wildcats could do with it, and it's 8-4. So here's Wakely to serve. Serve by Taylor is going to be out of bounds. So tough serve by Taylor. Tried to go for the deep left corner, just a little bit too long. 8-5 the score. As Aubrey Wrestling will serve here again for the Cats. Outside, block at the net. As a nice tooling of the block there by White, able to get the point for the Indians. As she tools the block, ball goes out of bounds, makes it 9-5. So Preston gets the serve back again as Allie Nelson will do the honors, and that'll be an ace. Ellie just drove it right deep middle, and she wasn't able to handle the serve. Good look at it. It's an ace for Nelson, and a point for the Indians. And a timeout on the floor taken here by the Wildcats. We'll take the timeout as well here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
So Preston up 10-5 on the Flying Thailand Escrow scoreboard, and they have the serve. But the serve goes out of bounds to make it 10-6. As on the side out, the ball comes back over to the Wildcats again. Dan Hubbard with you. Here's set number 3, tied at 1. Preston leading 10-6 here in the third. As Wakely back over is trying to make the ball, mishandle the ball. Tough set. They tried to set it outside for Ava Smith, and the connection was never made, and Preston goes up 11-6. Avery Madsen, who's had a tough time handling the ball tonight, now will drop back to try to serve here. As good serve, tough play. Breck Bowman not able to make the play. It's going to be an ace for Madsen, her first of the night, and it's 12-6 Preston. So Madsen will serve again. Avery, short serve this time. Goes back, they block Hills this time at the net. Kept back alive, and this time Bowman on the dig to try to keep it in play, hits it out of bounds. As again, the Cats play it into the net. Preston gets another point. It's 14-6. So Madsen serves again. Preston up by 8 here in set number 3, 14-6, as they get a little bit of a run going here. As a bad return, that'll be another point for the Indians. Nope. They're going to say a point here for the Cats, as the Indians had a lift on that play. 14-7. So they rotate Bowman back onto the floor, the libero. As Smith will serve here for the Wildcats. Back set. White partially blocked but down. So give Mackley White her third kill of the match. Ball comes back over to the Indians, who now lead 15-7 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. White will serve. Short middle. That's a tough return, but they're able to pull it off. Comes back to Donaldson. Gets it back over again. But Preston's picking the lines like crazy, but the Wildcats able to keep the balls alive. Set again. On the attack, it's Wakely off the hands of the libero Bowman for the point. Another point for Taylor, her 6th kill of the match, and Preston goes up 16-7. White serving. Again, short but kept alive. Outside set. Miss-hit, but Preston able to dig it back out. As they get it back, and this time it comes back to Oakley Hatch, who kind of hit it into the net. As it'll be 16-8. As the serve back over to the Wildcats again. Donaldson with the dig, outside, back to Wakely, tools the block. However, Wrestling able to go get it. Back over onto the Preston side. Back set, that comes to Hess. She goes short as they got to get this one back over, and they do. Free ball for the Indians. Outside set, Wakely drives it at Ed Bowman. That kept alive again, as that's going to be just long and wide of the target, as Preston's going to go up 17-8. Says look at it coming right at you, but it hit just a little bit wide. So the point for the Indians, 17-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson will serve again. Played in the back by Bowman. Comes up to the front line. Wrestling gets it over. Free ball here for the Indians. They'll set it again. Wakely off the block. Back over onto the Preston side. They keep it alive. And another block at the net. That was Hess who tried to play it over, but there was big Reese Hills right there to knock it right back at her. 17-9 on the side out. Good exchange there by the two teams. As at the net, Wakely off the top of the net, and Madsen not able to dig it back out and keep it alive. 17-10. Point again goes back over to the Wildcats. Serve, Wakely, Hess, blocked. Hess plays it back up. Madsen couldn't hide. It comes to White. That's partially blocked. Kept alive again by Filer. Bullock from the back row gets it back over. Comes back again. White, not much she can do with it. Hits it off the top of the net. There was a pair of players there, Bowman and Smith, and she couldn't quite hit it around the block. She tried, did White, but the point goes to the Wildcats, and it's 19-13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the third set, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So Preston will set, back comes to Nelson. That's going to be kept in play. They'll just stir it back over, so there's another free ball for the Indians. They'll get it outside, White. That's going to be too long, out of bounds. 19-14 as Mackley hits it just a little bit long. Filer stays within 5 as we get down to the final moments of the third set. They get it back over. Preston keeps it alive. Comes back to White again, who once again hits it into the net. So back-to-back hitting errors by White, and it's 19-15. Serve dug out by Ware. Comes back over on the far side. And not a solid attack there by Nelson as she hits it into the net. And all of a sudden it's 19-16. Look out, as we got a timeout on the floor called by the Indians. 19-16, Preston leads by 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Set number 3 continues right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right, getting down toward the end of set number 3. 19-16, Preston leads. We're tied at 1 set apiece as we play here in the third set, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As the serve, again, will belong to the Wildcats from Filer. As that will be wide. Bad serve. Preston gets the serve back on the side out. It's 20-16. So here's Ellie Nelson now to serve again for the Indians. Ellie played there. Good attack at the net as going up is White and able to pin that ball and make sure it doesn't come back over onto the Preston side. As look at it again. As the dig comes back, as White goes up and just meets it right at the top of her jump and make sure it doesn't onto the Preston side. As that's going to be in. That's going to be, once again, Reese Hills able to drive that one right past Ellie Nelson for the point. Makes it 21-17. So 21-17 is the ball again back over to the Wildcats. And again, another bad serve here. 22-17 on the service error. Preston 3 points away from taking set number 3. Madsen, short serve played by Bowman. Hills will just get it back over. Free ball for the Indians as Madsen just taps it over. Preston now gets it back from the back row. Wakely, it's dug out, kept alive again. Back to Hills as she'll pick up the point as she drives it off the hands of Hess. So Hills with another big play right in the middle. Get a chance to look again at this one as Hills able to pick up the point. Hills now with 6 kills on the night, 22-18. As that again will be misplayed at the net by the Indians to make it 22-19. So 22-19. Serve back over. Madsen sets it there. Wakely plays it over. Not a good dig, but the Wildcats able to keep it alive as Hills gets it back over. Back set comes to Hess. She goes short. Dug out as Hills tried to get it back over. Nope, that'll be too many hits. She hit it into the net. By the time they played it to dig it back up and keep it alive, it was too many hits, and it's 23-19. Preston 2 points away from the third set now. 22-19 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. As they bring Oakley Hatch back in for her to serve. As Hatch's first serve, right in the middle of the floor, comes back to Hills. That's going to be out of bounds. Point for the Indians. So Hills got a good look at it, but hit it wide. And it's going to be set point, but not before there's a timeout again called here by the Wildcats. 24-19 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. Wildcats call a timeout. We'll take it as well here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
All right, set point for the Indians. 24-19. As Oakley Hatch picked up the first point and see if she can get the other one. Set point. Hatch serving. Short middle. Block. Preston comes up to try and get it, kept alive. Back outside, back to Wakely. Tools the block, kept alive again by the Cats, who hit it into the net. It came to Weaver. Weaver just tried to dig it and bump it back onto the Preston side. She wasn't able to, and Preston wins set number 3 tonight by the score of 25-19. So Preston goes up 2-1. We'll go to the fourth. Preston wins that. They'll get an early bus ride home as they'll go looking to win the match coming up as they lead 2-1. So we'll go to the fourth coming up after this break on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
KACH.
All right, here we go, set 4. As Preston leads 2-1 after they win the third, 25-19. So Preston up 2-1 as we get ready to start the fourth. As Morgan Donaldson will come back onto the floor to start the fourth set. As the Wildcats will serve to start here in the fourth. Remember, football team heads south down into Utah tomorrow night. They'll head to Ogden to take on the Tigers. We'll have it for you. Pre-game show starts at 6:25. Kickoff at 7 from down in Ogden. As the first serve comes to the Indians, as it's Hess. That's dug out. Hills is also dug out, kept alive again by Preston as Wakely comes from the back row and hits it into the net. So 1-0. Hey, don't forget, coming up when we're done here tonight, we're going to take you out to West Side as the Pirates are playing a triangle match tonight. We'll bring you that coverage. We'll join Jace Andrews as soon as we are done here this evening. As at the net, it's Nelson to go up and put that away. Point for the Indians. 1-1 here in the fourth. Here's White to serve. Up ball up into the rafters, kept alive by the Indians. White will just turn it around, but it goes right there to the net. Hills gets it over, but Preston dared to dig it out, but they can't get it back over the net. So a good block by Hills. But Preston not able to dig it out and keep it alive. So it goes 2-1. And the serve goes back over to the Wildcats, who will now serve again as Weaver gets it back over to the Indians. Back set. As that is Hess to pick up the kill. Sophie Hess was kill number 7 tonight. Ties the set 2-2. On the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, set number 4 brought to you by Papa J's. So here comes Donaldson. She'll serve here again as we are tied 2-2. Official making sure all the right people are where they need to be. Donaldson will serve. As set in the middle, Hills goes short for the point. 7 kills tonight for Reese Hills. That makes it 3-2. As now Hills will serve here for the Cats. Tough serve, as that'll be a lift. As Madsen rather, tried to go up and just kind of keep it alive with the ball in the net. She gets called for a lift, and it's now 4-2. Hills to serve again. Again, short, kept alive. As it comes back to Nelson, she bumps it over. And then the Wildcats give it right back as it comes back to Hess again, partially blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Wildcats, deep middle off the top of the net. Wakely able to go and get it, and Donaldson keeps it alive, and Madsen gets it back over. Bad play, mishit by Hills, and that'll cost them the point. Good work by the Indians, very perseverant to keep the ball going and to get the point. It's 4-3 here in the 4th set, brought to you by Papa J's. Braxton Ware to serve for Preston. As set, blocked at the net, kept alive again. Over to get it as it comes back over there. As the set comes to the net, played over there, dug out by the Indians. In the middle, look out, White goes short. Smith able to dig that out, keep it alive. And it just barely comes over the top of the net and falls on the Preston side. Make it 8-6 as the Cats go back up by 2 again. So a good dig at the net there by the Cats. They got it up just high enough, and Preston, for whatever reason, just let it fall on their side of the net. As Madsen plays it over. Look out, bad return. They got to get this over. They're not able to. Too many hits. Point for the Indians. It's 8-7. So here's Avery Madsen back to serve again for Preston. As her jump serve off the top of the net comes over, dug out, played and knocked around a couple of times, but right there, right in the middle, that's where White was hanging out, and she's the one that drove it back down for the kill, her 4th. That ties the 4th set at 8-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Madsen to serve again. Down the line, played by Bowman, kept alive. Deep return, comes right to Donaldson. Set it back again, outside White, partially blocked. As Hills keeps it alive, comes back over onto the Preston side again. Back set to Hess. That's dug out. Donaldson again has to come and get it, as they'll set it in the middle this time as it played deep and in. As going deep, didn't mean to hit it there, but Oakley Hatch gets the kill. And Preston has the lead at 9-8. And a timeout again on the floor, once again called by the Wildcats. 9-8, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com. All
right, Preston heads back out on the floor. They have a 9-8 lead here in the 4th set. They lead 2-1. as Avery Madsen will continue her serve here for Preston. As the serve by Madsen, kind of short right in the middle. Outside set, Hills. Madsen gets a hand on it to keep it alive. They bump it back over. Free ball here for the Cats, but they set it deep middle and come over, played there. Back outside, back to White. She hit it outside the antenna. And that'll be a point for the Wildcats and tie it back up at 9-9. Tough set for White. Too far out of bounds for her. By the time she got a hand on it, the only place she could hit it was outside the antenna, as that's out of bounds. So here's Ava Smith to serve, and that will be out of bounds. Service error against Smith, and Preston again goes up by a point. 10-9. Here in set number 4. White serving for the Indians. Outside, blocked at the net. Hills keeps it alive, right back to the net again. And this time, once again, it is Oakley Hatch able to go back up and slam the lid down on that questionable dig there by Reese Hills. It ends up as a point for the Indians, and it's 11-9. White serving short, tough dig, comes back to Hills, blocked at the net. Stays on the Wildcat side as they try to get it back over, and they do, and Hills just flicking it back over her head, and it was landed in front of the Preston back line. They weren't able to play it. So 11-10, ball back over again to the Wildcats. As again, Hatch plays it over, set outside, miss-hit. Donaldson able to play it though, keep it alive as they set it for Wakely. And that is misplayed and give Wakely the kill again on that one. Kill number 8 on the match for Taylor. And it's 12-10. So 12-10, Preston leading by 2 here in the 4th. Morgan Donaldson will drop back and serve here for Preston. She stands just outside of your camera, but she'll come back in here momentarily to deliver the serve, which she does. As she hits it to her opposite number, Bowman with the dig comes back over onto the Preston side. Back set, Hess, blocked, kept alive again by the Indians. Back to Wakely. That's off a couple of hands and goes out of bounds. So Taylor Wakely with another big kill for the Indians. Get a look at it here again on the replay, as it's her 9th kill, as it off a couple. So it's 13-11 as the serve comes dug out. Hess gets it back over here for the Indians. Outside, blocked at the net, kept alive. Hills has it again. That's touched and down. So another kill for Hills. Hills just kind of played it over. She has her 9th kill of the night. And that's high for her team. Taylor Wakely has the same number for the Indians. Serve comes to Wakely. Outside set, back to Taylor again. Blocked, comes back over onto the Preston side. Kept alive by the Lady Indians. As Madsen keeps it alive, back over onto the Wildcat side. As Donaldson not able to dig it out. 14-13. Check that, 13 all. My bad. 13-13. Back set this time comes to Hess. Partially blocked. Kept alive by the Cats. They go outside. Get it over the Preston side. Donaldson got a hand on it. Back to Wakely. Wakely tries to go short, kept alive, and at the net, Wakely able to go up and just tap it just hard enough to get it back over and win the point to make it 14-13. So Taylor with kill number 10 tonight. Braxton Ware again back onto the floor for the Indians. A 1-point set here in set number 4. Filer needs to win this set to keep the match alive. Dug out, nope. Good attack in the back row by Goodrich as she hit it right between the two deep players for the Indians. As Preston not able to return it, and we're tied at 14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson with the set in the middle. That comes to Wakely. Wakely's able to drive that one home. They were looking for her on the outside, but she made her way into the middle as Taylor gets the point. Preston goes back up by 1. So with the serve, it'll be Wakely again to drop back here for the Indians. Taylor's serve is short, dug out. They'll set it in the middle. Nelson was blocked partially, but the ball came over to Smith, and Smith was not able to keep it alive, and Preston goes up by 2 now as it's 16-14. On the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Wakely serves again here for the Indians. Again, they go short as the outside set. Madsen to Donaldson, set in the back row. Wakely partially off the net, but down. Give another look at it as they set it in the middle, and Wakely came up to the back row and able to play it. As, no, I guess we don't have the replay. We missed that one. And a timeout on the floor. 17-14. Preston leads by 3. We'll take another timeout. Back with more after this in set number 3 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, Preston leads 17-14 here in set number 3. Check that, set number 4, I should say. 4 set brought to you by Papa J's. As Preston holds on to the serve, it'll be Taylor Wakely to serve here again for the Indians. Oops, hold on a minute. Now we're ready. As the scorer's table need to get the officials' attention, so Wakely back to the serve. And that will be an ace. It's an ace for Wakely, and Preston goes up 18-4 here in the 4th. Taylor with her 3rd ace of the night, serving. Taylor ready again. Another kind of middle of the court setup as off the block and down, as coming up to make the kill, Ava Smith. Able to tool the block pretty well and get the point. So 18-15, Preston's lead is trimmed to 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As that ball's hit out of bounds on the dig by the Indians. Makes it 18-16. So Filer's not going into that good nights very easily here, as they've kept the matches tight on all 3 sets. As White hits it off the block, kept alive again by the Cats. Back row, Wakely keeps that alive. Set it again. Short comes from the Indians as White was dug out, and that's going to be wide, and another point for Preston. It came to the front row, And they're in the front row for the Wildcats. They tried to go cross court and hit it just a little wide, so it's now 19-16 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Preston leads by 3. Ellie Nelson serving. Set for Smith. She tries to go short. Madsen has that. Back to Nelson. White hits it off the top of the net. Another hitting mistake here for White. Mackley White having kind of a tough night. That's her 6th hitting error to go along with 4 kills tonight. And it's 19-17. As the serve there by Breck Bowman, that's hit into the net. So Preston gets a side out and a free point, 20-17 here in the 4th. Preston trying to win this one here, then go home and face Marsh Valley coming up on Saturday back at Preston Gym. Here's Avery Madsen. She'll serve with a 3-point lead at 20-17. As out kept alive. As it comes back to Hills on the near court. Back to Wakely, and that's going to be kept alive. Oh, what a great dig. Back on the Indian side, kept alive again. This time it's Bowman to keep it alive. Blocked at the net. Hills dunks it over. Still alive. Back to the Indians. Point will go to the Cats as the dig by the Indians end up in the net. 21-20. Certainly the longest point of the match, maybe the best one as well. 1 point set here in the 4th. 21-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the serve goes out of bounds. 22-20 is Preston up by 2. It's almost criminal to have that kind of a rally and win the point and then give the point right back on a service on its serve that goes out of bounds. So 22-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Preston with a lead here in the 4th. As they steer it back over. Free ball here for the Indians. Madsen sets it outside. Try to get it to Wakely. Mistimed that. So they ends up back over to the Cats, dug out by Donaldson. Madsen gets it back over at the net as the point will go back over to the Cats again as that ball did not quite clear the net. So 22-21 now. As again, the two teams will trade points back and forth. Here's Hills with the serve in the middle. Nelson blocked. And Preston can't get it back, and we're tied at 22. Ellie Nelson tried to go up, but they met her right at the top of her jump and blocked it, and then Preston couldn't get it back over. Hills with the next serve. Again, right at the net, and again it's driven right back down onto the Preston side of the court, as again that is driven down by Ella Jensen. As the Wildcats take a lead here at 23-22. Set outside, set for Wakely, right down the line and in. Wakely ties the set at 23s now. So a good set, and Taylor able to take it right down the line. We're tied at 23 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Ware with the serve for the Indians. As a set blocked at the net, partially. Kept alive, back over onto the Wildcats side, but the ball lands just out of bounds. 24-23. Set point again here for the Cats, and the Indians want a timeout. So it'll be set point when we come back, 24-23 here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com.
24-23. Set point here for the Wildcats. They have the serve. Goodrich serves. Donaldson. Outside set comes to Nelson. And Ellie drives that one home, and we're tied at 24. Kill number 8 tonight for Ellie. Preston can still win it here. Wakely to serve. Tied at 24, have to win by 2. Taylor's serve. Played there. Deep middle, they get it back over. Free ball for the Indians. Comes back outside. Played there as White is dug out in the back row. Back over, and again, Wakely able to keep this one alive. Mishandled by the Cats. Bowman couldn't keep it alive. Match point here for Preston. 25-24. Whether it ends here or it goes to a 5th, this has been probably the best match the Indians have played the whole season. Off the top of the net. Dug out, but no, the Wildcats cannot play it as Preston able to stay alive and win this one tonight. On a serve off the top of the net by Taylor Wakely, and Preston gets the point and win it by the final score of 26-24, and they win the match 3-1. So we invite you to stay tuned. We'll have a post-game show coming up for you right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
The Preston football team gets back on the field Friday night, still looking for their first win of the year as they go to Ogden to face the Ogden Tigers. The pregame show gets started at 6:25 with the opening kick slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome here to the Rouse Construction postgame show as the Indians win it 3-1 here tonight in Filer against the Wildcats. We said it at the end of the match that no matter what happens, Preston was playing probably one of their best matches of the year, and it really was, as Preston goes on to win it 3-1. Trying to bring you a quick postgame show and get you back out to Westside as quick as we can to join that triangle match out there with the Pirates, and Jace Andrews having the play-by-play for you. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and look at some stats right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but...
All right, welcome back here to Filer Gym as let's look at some stats tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. First for the Lady Indians tonight, who really played well, and it was that core four that really stood out again. Ellie Nelson with a total of 8 kills. Sophie Hess had 7. Mackley White with 5. And again, the leader for in the game for both teams, Taylor Wakely, had 11. High kill person for Filer was with a total of 10 tonight. Their big girl in the middle, Reese Hills, went with 10 total kills. So Preston wins it 3-1. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll come back, tell you what's going to happen for them next coming up on Saturday as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills. We're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
All right, so the Preston Indians win this one tonight 3-1. As coming up on Saturday, they will be back home at Preston Gym, open district play, as they'll be playing host to the Marsh Valley